Alright, so now we're going to start changing and actually doing something in the script for real. So, what we want to do is align ourselves with gravity. So first thing we need is, what is gravity? And so what we're going to do, switch over to the programmable block, code, and we need to get the natural gravity. And the way to do that is this little line here. Now this is not great code because it is assuming we actually have a ship controller, otherwise this will crash. But what this does is get the natural gravity, which is the planet gravity, at the current location of that controller. And that puts that into the natural gravity vector 3D. Now vector 3D is a whole discussion all by itself. Actually it's like 5. But it's 3 numbers which give the offset from a location, central location, usually 0, 0, 0. And that gives the either location or the offset. In this case, it's an offset. So what we're going to do right now is just echo that. There we go. So we'll echo that each time. And we have to say toString manual in that. Alright. I'm going to Tools, MDK, Deploy All Scripts. We'll copy that. Here we are in our little ship. Edit. Paste that code. OK. And now it's showing us 3 variables, the x, y, and z of the vector 3D. And this is for the gravity, where the gravity is. So if we move around, and turn, move up, that variable will not change, because it's always pointing basically at the center of the planet, but it's pointing where gravity is. Well, that's interesting, but let's move on to the next part, where it gets a lot more complicated for how we aim ourselves at that. So we want to align the ship. What does that actually mean? What happens? Well, when we hit Q and E, it's actually changing the gyros, using the gyros to change the orientation. So we can go to the gyros and we can do this manually. So if I change the override, I can yaw, and it will move the ship yaw-wise. If I change the pitch, it goes up and down. And that's this particular gyroscope. And roll rolls the ship. Now the other gyroscope, though, and I purposefully, if you look on the back, put these in different orientation. They're not aimed the same way. So on the second gyro, we do the overrides. Yaw here is corrected to do yaw. Isn't that amazing? But pitch here is roll, because of the orientation of the gyroscope. And roll is going to be pitch, because that's the way that gyroscope is oriented. So it's the one on the left. It's not oriented front-wise or backward-wise or whatever. It's oriented to the side. So that's why yaw is the same, but pitch is roll, and roll is pitch for that gyroscope. Each gyroscope could be in a different orientation, and so we have to control those separately. And that's where a lot of the complication comes from. Align ourselves again.